Hi guys. I saw this content on TikTok yesterday that said, "Can a man marry a woman that makes more money than he does?" This woman, I believe she's a doctor, and she said because men are trained to be provider and protectors. And I responded in the comments. I said, as long as she comes in as a wife, if she's the wife in that relationship, which is, let's say, boyfriend, girlfriend, let's say she's feminine in that relationship, no problem. But if she comes in as a partner, there is problem though in that relationship. She was blown away. She said, is a wife not the same as partner? And I feel the need to say this to you guys. A wife is completely different from a partner. What is the duty and responsibility of partnership relationship? There will be contradictions. The title husband and wife, there are significant responsibility and duties attached to it. You don't understand? Because we are modern people, you can say, okay, take for example, I'm tired, I don't want to cook today. But you won't lay down there. Order some food. I mean, you don't understand. What I noticed with these young women is, most of you do not have akmole in your lara. Akmole in your lara is, you don't know how to care for people. Men are trained and raised to understand women to the T. Women are not trained that way. Older women train younger women manipulation to get their way with men. For a very, very long time, I used to ask my mentor, why is it that these older women are not training younger women on how to? They said they do train them. They just train them different set of training, manipulation. What is happening right now in the dating market is the teachings from older women are completely different from the responses of men. That is why many of you ladies, you are in relationship with men for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, even 10 years, and is yet to marry you. Some of you reach out to me. There's a reason why that man will never marry you. Even when you have kids for him and you guys start living together, you're not his wife. Because, you don't know how to care for men. It blows some of women's mind when I say, learn how to talk to your man. Your man, especially the man that you decide to commit to yourself, learn to respect your man. I asked this question last week. I think I should say this again. Why is it that the most masculine women are usually the most disrespectful women? From that context, masculinity, you are not one of them. If you choose to be disrespectful, because I am a masculine man, a traditionalist to the brim, I am not going to disrespect another man because I know he's going to kick my ass. He's going to beat me. He's going to fight me or even take my life. Men kill other men off of singular disrespect. The Yoruba people will say, Toba ma jo shaka ko jo shaka. Toba ma jo shoko ko jo shoko. Or shakan shoko. That is contradiction. If you want to be a wife, be a wife. Don't come here and say you want to be a partner. You're going to contradict yourself. And I feel the need to say this. This life has been around for a long time. Everything we are doing right now, waking up, hustling, paying bills, surviving, taking care of responsibility, they are society constructs and they are there for a reason. In this dating market, women do not have the kind of power that you think you have. As a matter of fact, you guys are completely outside of your league. Think about this. You have to wait for a man to approach you. You have to wait for him to approve that, okay, we are now exclusive in a relationship. You have to wait for him to propose to you to marry you. This is why the government deliberately tear men into pieces when it comes forward and say, I don't want this woman no more. They're going to take everything away from him. What society has done successfully is say, okay, this is the construct of the patriarchy that you dummies are trying to tear apart. Because men have all the power when it comes to that sexual They said, this is the value we're going to put on women. They create the next generation. They train them. Before a man can even have access to that woman, you must have done this, done that, do. You get me? All those things are set in motion. The family of those women and the whatever, they have to do their research to know if they are cool together. All those things are set in motion to protect that woman and the children. Now, if women are left as they have right now to do the selecting, that's why I said they don't have that much brain. They always select something that is detrimental, something that is not good for them. Imagine on social media where everybody listens, everybody sees everybody. Women will come on platform and say, I don't see myself being in a relationship with a man that would treat me well. I like a man that will beat me around. Let him speak down to me. This is how you know they don't have brain. Remember I said earlier that everything are society construct. And the mission is to push society forward and keep pushing the next generation forward. How can you build a stable legacy in a dysfunctional environment? If you're in a relationship with a man that beats you up around, that just mess your mental state of mind. But because one ni lakaye. What is lakaye? They don't have, lakaye is combination of wisdom, knowledge, understanding. They don't have it. Women are slaves to their emotions. You get me? They think on singular term. Right now. Which is, they only care about right now. That is why society steps in and say, okay. A family, a father has to be the one to hand her over to choices that the family comes up with and say, okay, this is your man. They started voting. For like 200 years, they argue the point that they want to be the one to do the selecting. Look at what they are doing right now. They're not even having kids no more. They even believe that because they are making money, they get to speak down to a man. You don't understand. How do you guys think? You don't talk down to a man and expect him to fulfill his obligations. His prime obligations is when shit hits the fan, he must be able to give up his life. Maybe you don't understand me. I was raised by very, very, very powerful women. Women that are married to very, very powerful men. Some of you, you know they are men, you know these women. But we're not talking about my personal life. These women, as powerful as they are, many of them were there when they gave birth to me. In Nigeria, there is a naming ceremony, which is 7 days after they give birth to you. The bigger percentage of all these women, they were there when they were naming me, when they gave me my name. They gave me many names. They were right there. Would you believe 5-year-old, 7-year-old, even 10-year-old, none of them speak over me. None of them speak down to me. None of them raise their voice. You will say, it's because they are your moms. No. When it comes to men, if you want a man to show up in a certain way, you have to treat that man like that. You don't speak down to a man and expect a man to show up. There was a time when any man can walk up to any woman and spark a conversation. Hey, how you doing? I saw you from over there. I like your outfit. Just thought I'd come talk to you. My name is Fowobi. What's your name? And he's going to talk based off of your mannerism and your composure, your communication skills. Right now, that simple line of sentences, the bigger percentage of women believe that, okay, he is a threat. Men are no more showing up. You don't understand. When I was younger, I used to ask my father that why is it that the Saudi Arabians allow their women to cover their body? Women are slaves to their emotions. She can be married to a man right now, have kids, have very, very good family. She is rich, she's doing all that. And she goes out there and she meets another man that just triggers her fancy. immediately, if she has the opportunity, she's going to leave that man. In previous generation, what they did is, once you get married, you can't leave. The only time you leave is if he dies or he start abusing you. The bigger percentage of men are not capable of violence. That's the truth. So, but because women are slaves to their emotions, they are going to get married to men that the family has decided, okay, this one is good for you. And they will go out there. She's going to go out there and get pregnant for that man that is good for nothing. Which simply means that she's going to bring a bastard home. There was a study I was reading 2 years ago that said, in Yoruba land, which is West Nigeria, they said around 35% of firstborns are bastards. That is my tribe. If that does not tell you anything about women, they don't care about you. So my take has always been this. She needs to know her place. In our family, love is not the first thing we think about when it's time to marry a woman. Duty and responsibility. Love, we go to catch up love for forward. Love. Why? Because love is emotions. You can love me today and say you don't love me no more next week. No, duty and responsibility. You are a wife here. You need to know your place. I am your husband here. I don't expect you to cook, clean, or do dishes or do any of those things. We can pay people to do it. But there are ways you talk about these things. You don't speak down to me and think, now. Are you dumb? These are things that I don't condone. But if she thinks that she's a partner, this is why you see all these women. They contradict themselves. She's going to come around and say, I want you to sit me down and explain everything to me before you make decision. In the same instance, she's going to say she wants a leader that makes decision, a man that takes charge, a man that she can turn her brain. That is why I believe, and I say this, I say this without remorse. I prefer to be in relationship with women who come from the same economical status as myself and my family. Because I know, say, our family would have taught her all those things. But you see those middle class and those lower bottom, those poverty, like, you can't explain basic things because everything to them is victim. Everything is victim. You don't understand? You want to be a partner to a rich man, but you don't want to be a partner to a poor man. You are a thief. You're trying to hustle me. I think I should say this. Poor people have the framework of ugly people. Ugly people believe that they are more dangerous than good-looking people. You don't understand? When a poor man meets a rich man, he thinks he can one up. Almost like he thinks he's more smarter. He thinks he's more wiser. But take it from me. Because this is real life. You are not about that life. I tell you. When you play video games on easy mode, medium level, and pro level, you meet challenges across the board, but take it from me, man. People at the top, they might look calm to you, but you. But be well.